All right, hello again. We're back finally with Take Action 13. I've been putting this one off for a little while. I haven't been feeling great, full disclosure. This past couple of weeks, I have a few major stressors that are going on in my life. And what's irritating me much more is a bit of back pain, which I hate to complain about, but it's a chronic thing and it's really giving me grief this past couple of weeks and especially today. However, the challenges go on. Another thing, I was hoping to interview someone for this challenge. I thought it'd be a great one. I had a person in mind and I thought that he or she, would be fabulous because they really exemplified this challenge. This challenge, of course, is a number 13, but it's all about self love, self compassion. You know, having a little bit of compassion for yourself, giving yourself some slack, accepting your flaws. So, again, we turn back to the journal as we often do. And this challenge is write a self love or a self compassion, compassionate letter to yourself. At least one, but preferably each day. If you can do it for 7 days, write a little letter to yourself, just giving yourself a bit of love and compassion. So I've maybe done, I'm going to say 4 or 5 out of the 7 this past couple of days. And I'm going to share one with you now. Of course, you can keep these letters locked up or throw them away when you're finished or whatever. You don't have to share them. Some of these are a little personal and they come across as a little foolish, but of course, for the sake of the challenge, I thought, hey, let's be a little silly and also a little compassionate, of course, and loving. So give yourself a hug. All right, so one of my 4 or 5 letters. This one says, "My dear friend Steve, I'm sure feeling for you, my man. I can see you have a few major stressors going on in your life now, and it is not easy. Cut yourself some slack, pal. It is okay to feel angry, sad, irritable, frustrated, and overwhelmed at times like this. You have to not put too much pressure on yourself or beat yourself up when you come up a bit short. I realize you've made some mistakes and avoided taking some actions. However, the way through it is ahead, and it's not too late for right action. I have to commend you for keeping your cool throughout this ordeal. Remember to take some time, some self-care time, and to reach out to your support network as needed. I love you, Steve, and will always be here for you. Your pal, Stephen." So, that is my letter. A little bit silly, a little bit funny, a little, I guess, embarrassing to share. But hey, it's all for personal growth. So we sometimes have to get a little bit outside of that comfort zone. Now, what do I have to say? Oh, yes, the part about reaching out to your support network. I have reached out to my support network a couple of times throughout last week, and it's been really, really helpful to have someone to talk to in times like this. Like before, I'd often bury this stuff up and not talk about it with anyone. Of course, that made it harder to deal with, easier to rationalize away some of the issues rather than taking action and a host of other things. So, excuse me, it's great to run it by some other people to just talk about it, get some support, get some help. So that is it for that challenge. I'm not going to make this one too long. Again, the challenge is to write a self compassionate or a self love letter to yourself, preferably once a day for 7 days. Of course, you can keep going. You can do it every other day. You can just do it once, but just try writing that self love or self compassion letter to yourself. See how it feels. See if it feels too kooky or if it feels a bit of emotion. I must say, one of them I wrote was to the young Steve, my younger version of myself, and that one I did definitely feel a little emotion as I was going through it. So you don't have to share the letter, of course, unless you want to. But if you want to share how it made you feel or if you did it, that would be a challenge as well. So thanks for listening. Thanks for following along with the challenges. Hopefully you're doing some of these challenges yourself. They've been extremely helpful for me. And I'm going to do a video in some of the benefits I've gotten from the challenges. We're up to number 13 now. So just a little review video or a Facebook Live will be a challenge for me over and above. And we will hopefully do that one soon when I'm feeling just a little bit better. But as I said, the journey goes on, the tasks go on. So I hope everyone is having better times than I am, having a great week, a great day, whatever the case may be. So look forward to talking to you all in the next challenge.